Yeah, is this show even legal?
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we'll be looking at the 10 most unethical TV shows.
Don't start.
Sorry, what?
You listen. I have done my best.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at TV shows that didn't care at all about whether what they were doing was right or wrong. Let us know which you think should be banned in the comments. Just Tattoo of Us. It's mind-blowing that something like this could even exist. Two people, maybe they're friends, maybe they're a couple, or even exes, show up at the studio and choose a tattoo for each other, accompanied by the cast of Geordie Shore.
This is a bad one.
Oh. It's going on the outside of your left arm. So it's going to be very visible.
The tattoos are nearly always something awful, an act of petty revenge, and more than once, someone has used the tattoo to announce that they're dumping the other person. They don't get to see the ink until it's all done, leaving it there permanently, unless they opt for expensive laser removal.
What even is that? Like a shovel with what?
And yes, the tattoos are real. It wouldn't be so emotional if they weren't.
And she's like always like digging for the gold, so she like spoils it. Has loads of money.
Looks like you're a gold digger.
It's shocking that they even found tattoo artists willing to take part. 10 Years Younger. It eventually rebranded to 10 Years Younger in 10 Days, but the original version was a cut above other British makeover shows.
Okay, the results of that poll put you at an average age of 40. Tell us your real age.
I'm 35.
Wow.
It went more down the route of extreme makeover in the US, with participants wheeled off to get invasive cosmetic procedures, waiting weeks to heal.
Patrick, what exactly is it about Kerry's skin that's aging her?
Well, she's got some spots around here, she's got some signs of wrinkling, everything's sort of moving south.
Worse, it always opened with one poor member of the public being paraded down their local high street, while strangers were asked to guess their age. And then the host, Nikki Hamilton-Jones, would shatter their self-esteem and criticise basically every aspect of who they are.
You know why it works? It's because you're really flat-chested. It actually makes you look like you've got some boobs there. Yeah.
It was brought back in 2020, but it wasn't as mean-spirited. Son, Sex and Suspicious Parents.
Vicky and Pete are about to confront Reese. And after his antics this week, it might be a rough ride.
It's a rite of passage in the UK to, as soon as you're 18, head off on the cheapest possible holiday to the hottest possible place and spend a week getting so drunk you put your life in danger. But what if your parents tagged along? That was what the BBC wanted to explore, paying for parents to go out and watch their kids behave outrageously.
You have a nice holiday.
We've been watching you all week. All of you.
The teens were told that they were taking part in another show about wild nights abroad and had no idea that their parents were actually watching. Unless, of course, they guessed, based on the producers asking them weird questions. Was it right to trick and spy on people like this? Who knows?
The first bit of footage that I saw was of you smashed out your face in the middle of the... It's not funny, Reese.
Right.
Look at me.
I Wanna Marry Harry. More producer trickery. This bizarre reality show aired on Fox in the US in 2014 only. Unsurprisingly, it never got renewed.
Sir is going to arrive by helicopter, and the ladies are going to be gently having afternoon tea on the lawn, and then they're going to see someone who looks very well known step out.
It's gone viral in later years, but if you don't know, the premise is that some bloke called Matt takes part in a Bachelor-esque dating show, and he just happens to bear a passing resemblance to Prince Harry.
Oh, there's my God. Is that who I think it is? We were definitely thinking, like, who is this guy?
A dozen American girls are sent off to London to try and win his heart at a stately home, with the producers pulling out all the stops to help him deceive them.
This was the first moment in which I got to meet the 12 lovely ladies. I was very nervous, actually.
The kicker was that he didn't even really look like Prince Harry at all. Naked Education. If you thought Naked Attraction was intense and possibly shouldn't have made it to our screens, wait until you get a load of its sequel show over on Channel 4, Naked Education.
Do we need to see naked bodies in a classroom just to know that human beings come in different shapes and sizes?
Much like embarrassing bodies before it, Naked education aims to destigmatize the human body even further, to encourage body positivity.
In the same way that giving them sex education isn't going to make them run out and have sex, I don't think seeing a naked body is going to make them decide to strip off and start running around the school naked or start flashing strangers.
Very quickly, it landed over 1,000 complaints to Ofcom from outraged viewers, much like its predecessor, with allegations that it was promoting inappropriate relationships by exposing British teens to the so-called Naked Brigade.
So at the end of the day, we need to look at it from their perspective. And if you want to educate children, if you're going to show naked bodies, I think it's going to actually deter from the actual education as well.
The show also aired before the 9 PM watershed, which certainly didn't help matters. The Undateables.
Gosh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Was that a chip you pencil narrative, was it? No.
It was controversial from the beginning, a show about setting up blind dates for a roster of disabled people and following their journeys. Channel 4 was accused of exploiting people with disabilities for entertainment, though it could also be argued it was trying to destigmatise conditions like autism and Tourette syndrome.
My mum's going to say, oh, Richard. She's going to say, Richard, why are you doing this on your first date? Eating Dawn's dinner.
Doctors spoke out against it, as did many newspapers, although the show's stars said they did not feel exploited.
So how was that? I don't think it went well for me. I was both nervous, but at the same time, I just felt it was a complete flop.
However, the marketing around the show, including titling it Undateables at all, continued to raise eyebrows from all corners. Love Island.
Obviously, went to meet Lily today. Shocked me quite a lot, to be honest, about actually what went on, how you've been lying.
It's still going strong today, though it's weathered many scandals. Trying harder than ever to be ethical and cruelty-free, it's still hard for ITV to shake off Love Island's reputation, thanks to the many tragic deaths now associated with it. The stars were, especially at the beginning, totally unprepared for becoming celebrities, which left them vulnerable to the intense scrutiny and abuse they faced, usually online, from members of the public.
She told me actually you didn't have one kiss, you had 3. I
told you that.
No, so you first thing you said was there was 1 kiss.
There's also the fact many of the relationships are unhealthy, and fights are broadcast for all to see.
Lucinda's going to be staying, and I'm going.
When life leaves you hopeless.
Calls for ITV to cancel it completely persist, despite the many changes they are making. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. It's changed a lot in recent years, but you know exactly why it's in this video. Animal cruelty.
The day 6 celebrities ate a rat. That's right, I said ate a rat.
You just can't get away from the classic trials that involved eating live animals. Maybe they were unpleasant creatures, like spiders and insects. But does that mean we want to see them get treated like this?
We can put it on a little twig and just
roast it.
Roast it. Roast it? Would you roast
No,
rabbit?
I fillet it and put into the risotto.
And then there was the notorious Ratgate scandal, where the celebs, tired of their poxy rations, clubbed together to murder a wild rat and then gave it to Gino D'Acampo to butcher and eat. They cooked up the rat, but also cooked up a massive scandal with Australia's RSPCA, which fined ITV at least £2,000.
So we're going rat catching later, are we? So
Well,
it's
they come in here,
ratatouille
they're,
for tonight.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille So we don't need to for put dinner.
Big Brother. It changed the landscape of television forever when it launched at the turn of the century. Finally, normal people could get famous for doing nothing, and would be allowed on TV and given a national platform to say and do whatever they wanted.
Don't start. You listen. I have done my best.
But it never had the contestants' well-being in mind. Spying on them 24/7, goading them all into fights with each other, and putting them at each other's throats with the eviction system.
I give not a... I'm mad. You two-faced bunch.
Kim.
Chicken liver.
It's no wonder it produced so many TV villains and victims, or that it was so maligned during its time on air. It even caused an international incident at one point.
I will say it to your face.
You have the guts to say what's...
Bully. You're a bully. You've come in here and you've picked on young girls. I've never known anyone like you. You're pathetic.
The Jeremy Kyle Show. Notoriously described as human bear baiting by a judge, Jeremy Kyle always ruffled feathers, but it eventually did a lot more than that, as it was found that numerous former participants had taken their own lives. Former staff later revealed that they were encouraged to target vulnerable people, often those with mental health problems, and the crew spent the entire day before they went on stage riling them up. Everybody was at their worst in this classist nightmare, presented with unreliable lie detector results and insulted relentlessly by Kyle himself. It was the kind of show that should never have gotten made, and we hope its mistakes are never repeated.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.